This is my first opportunity getting to meet you, and I'd love to know a little bit more about you, man. What's your story?
I grew up right down the street, East Dallas, born and raised. I've been playing music since I was a kid. Grew up playing in my grandfather's workshop behind the shop, behind the house. And this neighborhood has so much personality, and I love being from here. And I think, the music from this neighborhood and growing up here has influenced what I do a lot.
At what point do you realize this is what I'm gonna do, like not for fun and not because it's cute, but this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life?
I guess I was about 17. I had been playing in bands all through junior high and high school, and I just didn't really know that you could be a musician. I didn't realize there was a part of the industry between that local band that plays, at the bar down the street and like an arena act. I mean, culturally, this is just a really diverse part of town, And so I was exposed to a lot of different types of people, a lot of different types of music, and growing up as a real like blue collar community. And, a lot of the writing that I do is based in like just real people and their stories, character studies kind of. And like a lot of that is based off people I knew growing up. And also just the sounds and the smells and the tastes of this neighborhood, they all made it into my music. Like I have Tejano horns on some songs and, soul music. And it's just, it's all part of being from here. Dallas has an amazing music community. The road band I have right now, it's the rhythm section I've had for years. They're from Dallas, Billy Bones and Trey Pendergrass. And then my main road lead player is a guy named Ditch Kurtz out of Nashville. He's played with Chris Shiflett, American Aquarium, Sarah Shook and the Disarmers. And then I kind of have a revolving door of locals on my records.
I feel sexy after dark. Conscience finds it hard to see.
Talk to me about Sexy After Dark now that you brought it up. It's the song that's blown up. It's probably the one that people know the best.
Right.
And I know you wrote that song during the pandemic. How did all of that kind of come together?
Well, I'd had that groove for the song, that opening kind of riff for a while. And I thought, no, I can't record that. Like that's so far outside of what I'm comfortable doing. And the more and more I played it, I was just like, man, I really like that. Like I need to show that to the band. And if the band likes it, and it sounds good, like maybe we can do something with it. And then the actual content of the song is just like, the whole song's about going out and being in that dive bar where nobody knows you. Like traveling as much as I do, everybody I meet's a stranger, And in those moments when you're not going back to Cleveland for a year or whatever, like you can be whoever you want. I don't have to be me. I can be as confident as I want. I can do whatever I want to do, really, And so I think at that time in the middle of the pandemic, I was missing that interaction. Like interacting with strangers is a unique experience. Getting to know someone's life story for the first time over a drink on a bar stool. That's something that I really love, and I wasn't getting to do that, and I was just reminiscing, and that's where Sexy After Dark kind of came from.
How would you describe that sound? I've heard so many other people describe it, but I want to hear it from you.
When I wrote it, I mean, if I'm being honest, I played traditional country music, right? So the majority of the people coming out to my shows were middle-aged white dudes with beards. Same guys you see at a brewery, at a barbecue joint. That was my fan base. And I was just like, man, I want to write a song that I can like party to, that I can have fun, to. Not that I listen to my own music when I do that, but most of the time, that's what I listen to. And I was like, I wonder if I can write something fun. And so I just wanted to try to write something fun and that would appeal to more people, younger people, Maybe a woman would show up to the show every once in a while. There's just so much local music to be found. I have different arrangements of all my songs. Like I'm gonna play Floor's Country Store this weekend in San Antonio, and it's that's one of the oldest dance halls in Texas, and we're going to go play a honky tonk set, and people are going to hear a honky tonk version of Sexy After Dark, and then I can go play some hip club, you know, in Chicago and open for an indie band, and they're going to hear something else. They're going to hear, you know, a rock show. So I just try to fit where I am so that people have the best experience they can.
What's life like for you these days? You said you're only around 2 days out of the week anyway.
I'm only around 2 days this week. I'm not going to be home till July. I mean, I'm gone. Like, I might be home 40, 50, 60 nights this year. And I love it. I mean, I've been working towards this my whole life, you know, to go out and play music and have people hear what I do and experience the world, you know, through music.
Who would you say some of your influences are musically?
Songwriters, like the traditional Texas songwriters would be like Guy Clark, Billy Joe Shaver, Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, Blaze Foley, and then singers is like Dwight Yoakam, Roy Orbison. But I draw a lot from modern pop music too. I mean, I think Lizzo has been my most listened to artist the last 2 years. So, you know, I love Prince.
What do you make of the term alt country? Because that's been used to describe your style too. How do you feel about that, alt country?
You know, genres are really fluid, right? So I don't really care what people call me as long as they listen. But alt country is really rooted in North Texas. You know, Old 97s are from this neighborhood too, and they helped start that genre, you know, almost 30 years ago. So. You know, I just try to bring people the most sincere show that I can. I write songs from the heart and I try to perform them that way. And so nothing's going to change now, no matter what size room I play or where I go. Everybody's been getting the same show for the last 10 years. I'm just going to try to be me, and I hope that whoever shows up to see it is just open to that and they want to experience that. And, you know, it's more than entertaining people. Like, I want to share an experience with someone. So that's what I'm trying to bring.